Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj here, back to more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And on this video, I'll be going over how all the Super Saiyan forms compare with each other. Now, we're not going to be doing Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, Super Vegeta, or Future Super Saiyan, because those forms are super outdated and not much has changed other than the Super Saiyan 3 buff. If you want to check that video out, link to it in the description. But other than that, we are going to go over all the God forms and Beast. And don't forget, leave a like, subscribe, it greatly supports the channel. Let me know that you guys are enjoying this video, so that way I know there's actually a reason to make videos showing how things change throughout the updates. Other than that, love you all, and we'll be heading straight into the video. So we'll be starting with Super Saiyan God, the transformation released just before Ultra Instinct, and it might be weird to start off with this, but Super Saiyan God has the least things to talk about, so you might as well go over it. Super Saiyan God has the highest basic attack of all the forms, but Super Saiyan God has the mechanic, which boosts your damage by a lot. So normally my damage is like that, but obviously if I do the Super Saiyan God mechanic, then I would take away that full health bar. Now, the reason I'm not doing this in training mode is because the damage numbers don't really matter so much when I can just show you the clear difference in the damage. It's like, it's right there. You don't need the specific damage numbers of everything. Super Saiyan God also has a 60% key recovery boost, which you think would be amazing, and don't get me wrong, it is. But it's also amazing if you have some sort of counterattack that you're using a lot, like Heroic Assault, After Image, Super Guard, you know, any of those moves that take key. Because Super Saiyan God actually doesn't have a damage difference from your base form. It's the exact same. You guys can see it right there. My attacks are doing the exact same damage wherever I'm in base. However, again, the basic attack damage is too good, especially when you think of the male Saiyan's best combo, the YXY. This is a killer of a move. Whenever you're fighting a Super Saiyan God, that is what you should look out for, because that is a big deleter. And the craziest part about that move is that it has insane combo potential, meaning you can just lead to, like, look at that. That's over a health bar. 2 super attacks in one combo. Easy stuff. I'll be quick about it, but I think Super Saiyan God obviously only works best with a basic attack build. Like, if your character's a basic attacker, you can use it to try and assist with key recovery on certain skills, like if you want to use moves like Heroic Assault more and After Image. But I wouldn't recommend Super Saiyan God for a super attack build. Even if you have fast key recovery, you're just losing damage on those, so you might as well just stick with Potential Unleashed if you want key recovery and damage at the same time. So I would say either use Potential Unleashed or Blue. That would work. And now we are doing Super Saiyan Blue. And Super Saiyan Blue is one of the forms. Let's just say that, right? It's one of the forms. No, I don't mean it's bad. Super Saiyan Blue is better than it used to be. You guys have already seen all the updated videos I've made on Super Saiyan Blue. It did get a buff. Instead of taking 12% extra damage, you actually take 5% less damage when you're in Blue. And its key recovery is also much less. So when your auto key recovery Super Soul comes on, like mine just did now, you can see that your key actually doesn't go down. Super Saiyan Blue is in fact a permanent transformation. And unlike with God, you actually do get a super attack buff. You can see that that is way more damage than when I was in Super Saiyan God already. So Super Saiyan Blue actually does give you a buff to your super attacks as well, on top of being permanent if you have a key recovery Super Soul. So it's nice to say. You know what? Leave a like. I'd say leave a like. It's nice to say that our custom characters have finally mastered this transformation. Yeah, it took a while, but you know, after beating full power Jiren in the extra story and Demigra or some other person, we have finally mastered the same form that Goku and Vegeta have mastered. In fact, you know what? We've probably done it better than them, let's be honest. We're Xenoverse time controllers. So yeah, as amazing as Super Saiyan Blue is, it does not have the absurd damage buff on basic attack as Super Saiyan God. And there's no secret mechanic to make the basic attack, like, boosted, you know what I mean? But Blue's other advantage that Super Saiyan God doesn't have is the absolutely ridiculous stamina recovery. I'm just going to use my evasive until I'm out of stamina, and then we'll just go back to the ground and look at that. Wow, that is pretty good. Pretty good. I would say that's quite amazing. The stamina recovery being that good is actually very helpful because Blue has increased movement speed. So even if you're in the air trying to recover stamina, instead of just like, I don't know, rushing into the enemy or making it super obvious that you're trying to get stamina by going back to the ground, you can just kind of orbit in place, which would make them think, hold on, he's trying to do something. Let me just wait a bit. But you're just using it as an excuse to get back stamina, because you get back a lot of stamina, and you have good movement speed while doing it too. So it's not like you're the easiest thing to hit ever while you're trying to, you know, recover yourself. Now, just because Super Saiyan Blue is permanent doesn't actually mean it doesn't drain ki. It's kind of a tug of war. It's draining ki as it increases your ki. So if you use moves like Revenge Death Ball, you know, moves that use up your full ki bar, it does actually turn off your transformation, because the permanent ki is actually a tug of war. not a genuine, like, maxed ki. Because, as you can see, even when my ki hits max, it always goes back down to this color. But it doesn't actually go lower, it just stays there. Because, yeah. A good thing about blue being permanent with ki recovery super souls is that now finally you can actually use super attacks and ultimate attacks in blue without worrying that you're potentially just gonna like throw the game, which is great because I want all of those buffs. I take less damage, I gain more stamina back faster, and my attacks are stronger. Blue is easily like, it went from, oh, I guess it's kind of there, right, to, I see people using blue more than stuff like Potential Unleashed now. Potential Unleashed was the strongest transformation in Xenoverse 2 for a very long time, but it's good to see other transformations get up there. Next transformation we'll be going over is Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, and Blue Evolution also got a very good buff. Its ki drain is actually less than what Super Saiyan Blue's ki drain used to be, which is very good because Super Saiyan Blue, you could already upkeep it with a ki recovery super soul, and now Blue Evolution has less ki drain than Super Saiyan Blue used to have before its most recent buff, meaning when your ki recovery super soul does activate, you can upkeep Blue Evolution for a very long time. As you can see, it takes forever for just that one bar to slowly run out, and on top of the fact that Blue Evolution is just a straight upgrade from Super Saiyan Blue, everything Super Saiyan Blue has, Blue Evolution does even better. And now it has less ki drain than it used to, meaning if you're actually in a fight, you can actually gain a ki back while in Blue Evolution, which is very good, because Blue Evolution before was like, I mean, it was an amazing transformation, but the fact that it just took all of your ki, that's what made it bad. But since it doesn't have that weakness anymore, it is easily the best transformation in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, off of just that alone. Not to mention the absurd the damage on Super Saiyan Blue Evolution is so nutty. Movement speed for Blue Evolution is even higher, and so is the stamina recovery for Blue Evolution. It's even higher than a regular Super Saiyan Blue. So you can really take people for a spin with like one knockback, I guess, right? One knockback, and you can just immediately go to the ground, grab your free 2 bars of stamina before they can even dash up to you. It's like, whew. It's like if a Vanish gave you stamina, you know? You just get a lot of stamina back in Blue Evolution. And the fact that you can maintain this form while also having higher damage means that the combos for Blue Evolution do even more damage than the ones for Super Saiyan Blue, which is objectively amazing. Yeah, that's a lot of damage from a very short combo. Not even a stamina break, by the way. If it was a stamina break, you could keep up the abuse. So yeah, Blue Evolution, absolutely nutty transformation. I think it's the best Super Saiyan God form, and I do think it's better than Beast in a lot of aspects too. But we're gonna enter the realm of confusing when we go over to Beast, and I tell you that Beast actually does have its benefits over Blue Evolved. Now we're on to the new transformation, Beast. This has the longest startup animation, and it's not cancelable either, which is very annoying. You have to do the full animation for it. And honestly, I think that's Beast's biggest weakness. We'll talk about that in a bit. The extra damage you take from Beast is a lot of extra damage, but I'm okay with that. I am not okay with the Eternal animation, however. Now, Beast also has the unfortunate non-benefit of not actually increasing your movement speed, which makes it harder for slower races like female Saiyans to gain anything out of Beast, really. And it's just kind of weird how it doesn't make you faster, you know. I will also say now, Beast actually does give you less of a damage boost than Blue Evolution. Absolutely wild, I know, because it has way more weaknesses than Blue Evolution, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So as you can see, when I do this combo, it actually does less damage than when I'm in Blue Evolution, which is, you know, its kind of own thing. But Beast actually does do a more basic attack damage than Blue Evolution. Now, I know that's going to sound weird because you just saw the basic attack damage and it can't be like that. But the Beast combo is undoubtedly the highest damaging thing in the game. And it doesn't even take that long to do. Beast combo's only weakness is if you're fighting like extreme lag online. So if you're doing like parallel quests, this is probably like the best transformation in the game. If you don't play the game online, good for you. This is probably the best transformation in the game, actually, right? Because it doesn't drain your ki, which makes charging up ki to do super attacks even easier. You can use Revenge Death Ball while you're in Beast. You can also use moves like Power Rush while you're in Beast. That's something that the other two Super Saiyan Blue forms can't do. And Super Saiyan Gods doesn't give you a damage boost in super attacks. So Beast is better than God when it comes to using your supers out of the two transformations. And when it comes to moves that drain your ki, or moves that might be a bit more hard to use with ki, for example, 5 ki bar ultimates, then Beast is also going to come on top of the other two blue forms on those as well. If you have enough ki to run 5 ki bar ultimates, then yeah, sure, feel free. But not all the time while you're fighting will you be like, oh, I have enough ki to do a 5 bar ultimate as I stamina break the enemy. Sometimes you don't. And that's why Beast is there. Beast also has increased key recovery, I should say. The increased key recovery for Beast isn't as high as Super Saiyan God's, but it's very easy to notice. While you're playing the game, you're like, yeah, I got that key bar a lot faster than if I just wasn't transformed. So that's good. Damage boost you take while in Beast is absurd. It's a lot. Very weird that you would take that much, but whatever. My only gripe with Beast, again, this is a lot of damage to take, right? This is a ton of damage to take. But my biggest gripe with Beast by far is how long that transformation animation is. Now, for comparison, Beast is the only form in the game that doesn't have a transformation you can cancel out of, which tells me that it has to be a mistake, because you can do it out of pure margin, you can do it out of golden form, you can do it out of every Super Saiyan form, you can do it out of Nimbus, right? You can do it out of Kaioken, you can do it out of Kaioken Blue, you can do it out of pure progress. Like, Jesus Christ. I think the only other transformation that you can't cancel out of, quote unquote, is Giant Namekian, but that isn't, it's so fast it doesn't even count as a cancel. Giant Namekian is probably faster than future Super Saiyan. Oh, not to mention your God can't be broken while you're doing Giant Namekian either. Beast just, okay, here's the thing. I'm sure when the paid update comes around, if I'm being a super optimist and I put all of my faith into Bandai Namco, which I normally don't do, I'm sure when the paid update comes around, they will fix this, so that way you could cancel right about here. Before the next transition cut happens that zooms into your character's face, and, you know, before they pull their head down, I'm sure that's when you should be able to cancel out of it, right? Single-handedly can easily, debatably make it the worst transformation in the game, straight up. There is no universe where you can use that transformation and be fine. All the time you'll get God broken.
Keep it coming!
All that just because you wanted to transform into the new free form for all players. Isn't that so fair? Having an animation that goes on for that long and then taking bonus damage has to be, for lack of a better word, one of the most suicidal game designs I've ever seen. It makes Beast entirely unplayable, to the point where my suggestion of Beast is that you must always run it with a Super Soul. I know it's very sad, because there are so many Super Souls in the game that change the way you play the game and change the way your character performs in the game. But Beast is so struggling that you'd either have to dedicate a stamina break to the transformation, which is cringe, because you can just kill people in one stamina break very easily in this game. Or you have to run it with a Super Soul that protects you from God Break effects, either because it gives you stamina back, because it makes you take less damage like the Raditz Super Soul, or because it has a Super Armor Limit Burst. And I will show those three effects now. You get all your stamina back immediately, but you can only take one stamina break with this Super Soul on. If the attack even happens, you get stamina back too, which is good in case if you get put in a really bad situation. You get, as you could see, like 6 bars of stamina back anytime an ultimate attack happens. If someone thinks, oh, he's in Beast and he takes bonus damage, I'll just quickly do an unvanishable to him, and they try to hit you with an ultimate attack, you'll get stamina back and you can safely evasive out of the way. Which is good. I think this is the best Super Soul to run with Beast, because the God Brick is kind of guaranteed if you want to transform into the form. The best thing to do is to make sure that the person is actually knocked back before you transform into Beast.
Keep it coming!
So the Raditz Super Soul at least prevents you from being one comboed when you're in Beast. But I don't even know if you want to take all that damage to begin with. I guess you could combine the beating you'll take with a Limit Burst. That would help a lot. But the Limit Burst is an auto-just God, so if you're going to do that, then I would say save it for when you're about to get your stamina back too. So that way you prevent any last hits of damage coming in, like the end of an ultimate attack, for example. And then you also get the auto guard when you know, jump back to having stamina. The Raditz Super Soul, I mean, please, you got to believe me, that's the Super Soul I'm talking about. And when I recommend a Super Armor Limit Burst, the one I would recommend is any taller would be unnatural. The reason I recommend this one is because the whole point of having this Super Soul on would be so you can limit burst safely out of a broken beast state. But the reason why I say the Super Soul is because not a lot of Super Armor Limit Burst Super Souls are just also straight up a damage boost as well. Like just outright like an XL damage boost, right? So I would recommend this too, because not only do you get super absurd damage, you also get a get out of jail free card. That's what Limit Bursts have always been, right?
Take this. Take this. Take this.
So that's why I'd recommend a Super Armor Limit Burst as well for the last one, because not only does it give you a defense up, which will protect you, you also cannot be moved, so you can't be comboed very easily when you're in that open state too. And using it with any taller would be unnatural. Also, it just gives you a damage buff, which it's so rare to have a damage buff Super Soul alongside Beast, but once you do have it, you really see how cracked the damage on that form gets. All of that damage over a health bar was like in an instant casually. Beast can also do a lot of amazing combos with the Super Armor Limit Burst that's given to it. Super Armor Limit Burst for one protects you, and then any taller makes your damage just skyrocket even higher than what Beast already does. So yeah, I would say it's... If you have any other good Super Armor Limit Burst Super Souls you want to recommend for Beast, please do leave them down, because this form needs a lot of help. And unless if Bandai miraculously removes the lock on that form and just lets you cancel out of it after it's done, then we'll need to keep finding ways to make the form better. So of all the transformations that are in Xenoverse 2 for Saiyans, what would I say is the best? Easily, again, to no one's surprise, it's Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. It's literally a straight upgrade to Super Saiyan Blue, and it actually still does more damage than Beast. I don't know how they messed it up, but Super Saiyan Blue Evolution does actually do more damage than Beast. The reason why it feels like Beast would do more damage is because of the Beast combo. The Beast combo is the highest basic attack combo in the game. Super Saiyan God, even with a Super Soul that benefits basic attack, doesn't do more damage than Beast combo does with no Super Soul. So that's how high the damage of the Beast combo is. And the Beast combo combos into so many overall things. If I'm being honest, Beast has higher DPS. You can put out more damage sooner, but Blue Evolution just outright does more damage. Everything on Blue Evolution does more damage. Blue Evolution makes you take less damage by far. It gives you the most stamina back. Beast doesn't even give you a stamina increase. Beast doesn't even give you a mobility increase. Blue Evolution does give you a mobility increase. There's too many benefits in Blue Evolution's favor. It's easily the best transformation in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Will Beast get updated or buffed in the paid update? We'll see. We'll see. But for now, I think that is a solid place to end the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, then obviously please leave a like in the video because subscribe to greatly support the channel. And leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. Love you all. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take care and peace.